exactly like that.
Speaking of devils, oh, fucking perfect segue. Hellboy 3 with Ron Perlman. We're on about the original ones with Guillermo del Toro directing.
The
The
good
whole
one.
reason why Hellboy 3 didn't get made is because I love Guillermo del Toro as a director. He requested like a ridiculous amount of money for the time. I'm pretty sure he requested like a $300 million budget, and this is like back in the early like 2010. That's a lot of money for a film back then. So obviously Hellboy 3 never got made, and then in 2018 we got the Hellboy reboot with David Harbour, which didn't do well commercially or critically. David Harbour's good in the role, but yeah. Anyway, Ron Perlman, he said he wants to finish the trilogy. He wants Hellboy 3. There's just an issue with that. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Ron Perlman return as Hellboy. I'm actually rewatching Sons of Anarchy right now, and I love him as Clay Morrow. I love Ron Perlman. There's already a Hellboy film being made right now. Well, no strikes or writer's strike going. From the Crank director, they're actually doing a Hellboy film. Can't remember who was
With Harbour.
No. Have a look. See who's. They've already like got a Hellboy cast and everything. So this is just coming from memory, from what I remember. So the next Hellboy, with the Crank director, and they've got someone.
Second reboot.
Yeah, second reboot. And apparently this is supposed to be like a very comic book accurate one. Like that's what they're going for.
Hang on a sec here. Google's being a bit. Jack Kesey. Kesey?
Yeah.
Kesey? Yeah.
So
He was. It's not anything I've seen.
read some out.
Deadpool 2. He was in that apparently.
Oh yeah, Black Tom Cassidy. Black Tom Cassidy. Yeah. That's who he was. You killed Black Tom, you racist son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
it.
That's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not really been in much else. I mean, he's been in a couple things, but nothing that kind of interests me.
Yeah. No. So, I'm sorry, Ron. That's the thing that's in your way right now. But I'm open to a dead. That's the next thing. That's why I'm open to Hellboy 3 with Ron Perlman. Would you watch a Hellboy 3 with Ron Perlman?
I can't watch the first one. It's like you watching Watchmen. I think I was also kind of not sick, but I think I was like ill with something. Not like you where you were throwing up, but I was like ill, and it was on the TV, and I watched it, and it's just kind of like I tried to go back. Yeah, I tried to go back and watch it, and I'm just like I don't like it. But I like the second one though. I can watch that fine.
Golden Army.
You know, Golden Army. That I actually think that's a pretty good film. I quite enjoyed that.
I think they both are. I think they're both fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm down for a Hellboy 3. I think it's if it weren't for this new film that like I didn't even know it was coming out. But if it weren't for this new film, I'd say yeah, this is like a very good chance. But I still think it's possibly still a relatively okay chance.
So,
maybe it's like releases on a stream.
Perlman's in his 70s. I think he's nearly in his 80s. Writer's strike not included. Obviously, Guillermo del Toro's probably already got an outline and a script writ for Hellboy 3 because he fully intended to do it. It's just the studio didn't want to pay up. If this new one comes out and flops and is not received well critically, I do see him going, right, let's do what they've done now and let's go back to the original cast and do one more. Like, I don't want this new Hellboy film to flop. I want it to do pretty well. But do want to see this Ron Perlman one though, but I think he might just be a little bit too old for it. But who knows? Harrison Ford was still Indiana Jones, and that worked out fantastically.
I actually watched the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull the other day. Zara put it on, and it just I was playing Starfield, and it was on the side, and I was like, do you know what? This film's actually better than the new one.
You think Crystal Skull's better?
I think it is, yeah. It the characters are more likable. Like Shia LaBeouf is, Shia LaBeouf, but
Who?
you know,
Who?
Shia LaBeouf,
Shia LaBeouf.
yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
It's Shia, it's
Shit,
all the
I've
same
never heard
shit.
him be called Shia LaBeouf before in my life.
It's all the same. But yeah, no, even he was like, it was it was just entertaining. I was left more entertained. I think with the new Indiana Jones film, the opening was the only good part of it. I'll be completely honest,
That
and
I
maybe
think
the part in the parade.
that $300 million should have gone into just a full de-aged Indiana Jones film.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, but you said
Yeah, I know what I
you said
said.
something about that.
I
Yeah.
know it's if they did that, it'd kind of be like the death of cinema, because it's like I do want to see an older Harrison Ford, and I was excited for the older Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones to do it, but you know, objectively or subjectively, the more fun story could have been had with a younger Indiana Jones. Do I morally agree with, oh, let's de-age him for the whole film? No, but
But
because
here's the thing
at
though,
that point it's
with
like
with
give it to another actor. I know Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones, but if you want to do a younger Indiana Jones story, give it to another actor. Let someone else have a crack at it, a crack of the whip.
here's the thing though, with that being said, you have Thanos, who's like a big CGI character,
Yeah,
who's mocapped and everything like that. And with de aging, it's kind of the same thing. And it's like I could watch that. I'm down for
do
that.
you know
They
what
did it in Tron.
Do you know what? We might have to have a debate about this on the channel. A friendly one, obviously, because
I'm fucking right.
with what you said there, you started to sway me a little bit. But in my head, I'm thinking this up and coming actors who aren't getting work for a role that could be good for them.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Like, if they're gonna do a young Indiana Jones, then just fucking reboot it
Yeah,
with a new cast and
that's exactly
everything.
what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you meant like a prequel
No, 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 no. Like,
where it's like kind of like what they did with Solo.
no, do
Okay.
if they want to do young Indiana Jones reboot. I know they probably won't, and Harrison Ford says Indiana Jones dies with him, but part of me's thinking Disney didn't buy this IP. Disney doesn't care what Harrison Ford says. I think now, as soon as Harrison Ford is dead, they'll wait like another 2 years and then go, oh, we're making another Indiana Jones film with so and so in it. But do you want to see Hellboy 3? I'm thinking in my head now that I've referred to Hellboy 3 as Deadpool 3, like maybe throughout this entire story.
Yeah, just a bit. I mean, Red Guy's the main character.
And I put them right next to each other.
Yeah, morally
But
grey in their objectives.